Alright, I'm going to play with all random pets today. I mulliganed a couple times till I found a team that looked good, so this team actually isn't too half bad. We're fighting triple magics, and he ran away. What? Why would you run away from this team? That's weird. Well, that doesn't count as a win, but I will change my team. Oh, that team actually looks pretty good. The Flare Youngling, the Alpine Foxling, wrong breed, and then a Ruby Droplet. Probably best off running Drain Blood. I definitely want Bubble. I'm not sure about Absorb or Acid Touch. Ooh, that's a tricky one. If I run into idols, Absorb could actually, this Ruby Droplet could actually terrorize an idol. I think that's the moveset I'm gonna run. I'm gonna queue it up. So the rule is, if I don't like my team, I can just click this team as many times as I want till I have 3 random pets that I like. Because if I get stuck with like PvE pets or like pets that are just like clearly PvE like non-viable for PvP, like they're just like +1s that don't have viable movesets, that's not even fun to watch. So I'm gonna try to pick teams that have pets that are like, I wonder what this guy's note is, by the way. Oh. Okay, so that was for a PvE fight. So, we got Fiendish Imp, Marionette, and Swamp Croaker. We got a real team. I don't know if I can win here. Ruby Droplet's not very good versus the Imp because he's going to break my bubble. Can I win? Can I win? I think I'm going to start with the Alpine Foxling. If he goes for a dazzle for a swap, then I'm not going to be able to get my Dazzling Dance off. But this guy likes to run Immolation first. Nope, not this time. He knows. He knows he has the advantage if he nethergates, so... is it worth swapping back? Then I'm behind by 2 turns, but I'm slower than him here. I'm going to attack for now. If he stays in, I lose this 1v1. But I fought this guy a lot, and he likes to just immolation and swap. So if he swaps, then I can get some free damage with a kick. And I'm not sure why he brought this guy in, because I can actually just take weak damage from his attacks. He should have probably brought in the Marionette. My Ruby Droplet is completely just beyond useless versus his entire team. The only way I'll ever be able to do anything is if like it turns into a 1v1 Ruby Droplet versus the Fiendish Imp, and then I have Absorbs that do strong damage to him, but it'll still not be ideal. Even with Dazzling Dance, I am still... Oh, he's almost dead. Nice. Good job, Flare Youngling. You're actually crushing it. Okay, so he's going to bring in the Marionette. And I have a kick, so I'm going to go for it. It's free damage. It's not technically free because I'm taking Swarm of Flies and Immolation dot damage, but I think it was worth it. Now, do I save the Flare Youngling for later? I think he could be useful. Especially with Dazzling Dance, I think he could definitely be useful. I'm going to bring in the... Yeah, I'm going to bring in the Alpine Foxling. I feel like staying in is bad. That Bone Barrage was going to chunk my HP down. Let's go for Dazzling Dance. Hopefully he doesn't kill me here. He's probably going to go for one of these. It's what he usually does. Okay, and then the smart move is bring in the Fiendish Imp and take weak damage from my Flurry. Yeah, that's what he did. I think I died of dots. I'm fairly certain. Oh, I barely survived. Nice. Do I go for the refresh on Dazzling Dance? I think I'll just go for Flurry. The Dazzling Dance is actually completely irrelevant for my Ruby Droplet versus the Imp. So yeah, let's bring in the Flare Youngling. We could go for a kick, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just go for First of all, he still has bubble up, so he might block it with the frog. Oh, he actually... Maybe he predicted my kick and he brought in the marionette. It's hard to say. I could kick him here. Is that worth? Is it better to go for deflection, or do I just damage him? I think the kick is probably the best play. It's not looking too good. I could blitz and then deflection. I think that's probably my best bet. He might kill me with Bone Barrage. It kind of depends on RNG here. No, he landed all three. If I deflection, do I avoid Death and Decay? I actually don't know if these dots still hit through deflection. I think one of them does, and then yeah, the other one doesn't. So it looks like Death and Decay still hits me, but Bone Barrage was dodged, so that's good. All right, so it's up to the HH Ruby Droplet to 1v2 here. That was actually pretty clever of him to use Nethergate because it means I'm going to take all three of these dot attacks. My bubble is completely useless. I would have been better off with dive. He can swap in the Croaker, who has 2 charges of bubble available, and strong damage versus me. And I lose my Dazzling Dance, and so he's going to be faster than me. I think it's over. It's all over. Wait. Oh, if I just had Dazzling Dance for one more turn, I could have maybe won. Okay, so he has Immolation rolling. He's going to bubble and hit me hard. Okay. Immolation's rolling for one more turn. If I can... Oh, thank goodness he has Tongue Lash. Maybe I have a chance. Okay. Okay. I can bubble. Wait, do I bubble first, or do I drain blood first? I think bubble's more valuable. Yeah, we bubble, bubble, bubble. I think I died to just a double. Dang it! Oh, so close. If I just had dive, maybe I could have... I don't know. Yeah, I had to predict the... Nope. Nope, gonna veto that immediately. Nope. Nope, can't beat him with that. Nope. Well, maybe. Nope. Nope. Okay, now this looks a little less terrible. Okay. Okay. Do I think I can win with it? Maybe not versus his team. Do I think he's gonna queue the same team again? This combo looks like it has potential. Huh. Okay, so if I'm fighting an imp, I would probably want to have this guy be swapped in. Yeah. You know what? I don't think I should beat him with this team, but maybe if I can like juke correctly this time. I should have juked the Nethergate. It was pretty in hindsight, it was pretty obvious he should have gone for it, so and he did take it. So maybe if I okay. I got an MPD Anomalous. The Icky is a PvE pet, so it's really these two that I have to worry about, but my team is not particularly good versus them. Is there any possibility I win? I don't know. So starting with the MPD, I can stun him. I have no decoy breaker. Actually, does Void Nova break decoy? What if it does? Ooh, that'd be nice. Let's find out. Okay, just kidding. Do I save this guy for later? Hmm. I'm just gonna stay in. I don't see it, like, I don't see a good enough reason for me to swap here. Okay, his Void Nova hits like 3 times harder than mine. Okay. After I lose my flying racial, I am still faster than these two pets, so that's good. Pet barely kills him. And he never went for poison protocol, so that's good. So the amethyst soft shell should have a actually pretty decent matchup versus Icky, so do I save the tall strider? I don't think so. I would like to have him later, but okay, let's test. Does Void Nova break Decoy? I'm fairly certain it does not. Ooh, it does! Ooh. Ooh, that's poggers. Wait a minute, this is looking winnable. I did not know Void Nova broke Decoy. Oh, he's saving the MPD for later. That's smart of him. Do I save the Tall Strider for later? I can at least soak some damage with, from Thunderbolt with him. That could be valuable. But I could also give myself the free swap. That's tricky. I think it's worth saving the Tall Strider. That could have been a misplay. Oh, and he went for the Black Claw. That would have been so good if I took out his flying racial there. Ah, that was a misplay, but only because he misplayed. Okay, let's go for Shell Armor. He's going to eviscerate my HP, but maybe Shell Armor is enough to protect me. I don't know. Ah, he still hits me. Ow. Okay. Am I faster than him? I am not. Do I die here? I think I do. It's actually not the end of the world if I do, because I was kind of hoping I would die, because I wanted the free swap into the Tall Strider. Okay. Maybe he doesn't go for Thunderbolt. Even if he does, my Tall Strider is soaking a little bit of that damage so that my Son of Scum doesn't get completely destroyed. So I'm predicting a decoy here, which means I probably want to go for Stone Skin right away. Okay. Now, can I 1v1 the MPD? Probably not. I do strong damage to him, but I don't have a decoy breaker. Now the question is, ooh, so if he blocks my Feral Strike, it doesn't do reflect damage to me. That's nice. Okay, I'm gonna have a Beast Racial here, so I think this actually, I'm not sure about the math, but we're about to find out. Does this kill him? Wait a minute. Oh, so close. If I just crit, then I could, that was actually one turn away from beating him. Dang it. Ah. And that turn boiled down to he used Black Claw when I wasn't expecting him to, and I could have gotten a free attack. Ugh. Okay, well that's not even viable because I have two beast pets, so. Ruby Droplet, nope, no thank you, I'm not even gonna look at that. Okay, so we got two aquatics, yeah, and Rage Pultrid is actually a super good, like, solid tier 1 pet, but these, that's a PvE pet. These are both PvE pets, that's too bad. Okay, nope. And nope. How do I keep getting that pet? Okay, Hungering Claw, more again. What an awful pet. Okay, Mind Slurp. Got Void Cyclone, Consume Corpse, Glop. Yeah, that's gonna. These two pets are good, and then Mind Slurp is just like actually unplayable without a way to buff Void Cyclone. Nope. That's a. Yeah, there's just no way. I don't know. Like 289 speed. Is there any way that I win with Mind Slurp? These pets are good enough. I actually think, depending on what I queue into, I can maybe win with this team. I'm gonna give it a try. What am I, 0-2? Ugh. Just can't win a game. I swear, I was so close to winning that last game. If I just stayed in and attacked him when he black clawed, I would have gotten 2 free attacks off there, and I would have won. Gah. He misplayed, and I didn't expect him to do it. Maybe I should have made the gamble that he would just play like a bot and go for black claw, even though I was 1 attack away from dying. But in hindsight, even if I just stayed in and took the peck or whatever basic attack he killed me with, it would have given me the free swap to my critter, and maybe that would have been the difference maker. Maybe I could have at least hit one of those decoy charges with my critter. Maybe, regardless of what he did, if I just stayed in, then I won. I always make that mistake, I swear. I make that mistake so much where I think, oh, I'm just going to get fancy and swap and then save this guy for later. And even if I don't get to use him, he's like soaking AoE. And it's just, you have to remember when you swap, you're passing a turn and it has to really be worth it to swap, or else you're better off just staying in. Even if your pet dies, at least it gives you the free swap so that the pet that you bring in isn't taking damage. Because what ended up happening is he put Black Claw on me for free without taking any damage in return. And then I'm behind basically like 2 turns. I just wish I got anything else besides Mind Slurp. What an awful pet. But depending on what I queue into, he might actually be able to do okay as a cleanup pet. Because I can, if I'm faster with 289 speed, he'll actually be pretty dangerous. Because he can avoid attacks with Glop. That's going to hit really hard. And then he could heal both of my corpses, maybe. What I'd probably go for is like Consume Corpse and then Glop, attack, and then Consume Corpse one more time, and then clean up with Glop, Ooze Touches. It's going to be very dependent on what I queue into, so... This challenge is a little fun. I'm feeling like what might be more interesting, from my point of view, is if I picked a random team, and this is what I might do if I'm just not able to win, is I could sacrifice, like, say, the Mind Slurp, and then pick my own 1 pet to substitute for him. To maybe give these 2 a fighting chance. Why do we keep getting somebody dodging? That's weird. Maybe they're queuing on a yak. That's always possible, but... I find it hard to believe they have done that like 6 times in a row now. You would think they would learn not to do that. But also, you would think Blizzard would just, like, fix that bug or whatever, that feature, where if you're on, like, Banlu or the Brutosaur or something, you can take pet battle queues and not, like, bug the queue. Oh, I got a great idea. I'll get on my yak. That's always a good way to get the queue to pop instantaneously as soon as I forget that I'm on the yak, and then, oh boy, I gotta take the queue, and then, the queue's dead. Works every time. What was that first game? That was close too. Both of those games were really close. I swear I could have won that first game if I predicted the juke, because it came down to the... Nah, it wasn't that close. Well, it's hard to say. The Ruby Droplet didn't have a bad matchup versus humanoids. My bubble was useless, though, versus Immolation and Bone Barrage. Oh, almost forgot. I'm on a yak. Almost got me. Alright, so we got Roggy. He's probably playing Sandstorm and Mudslide. That's actually a pretty dangerous combo. I don't have a weather changer. Okay. His team is pretty troll. I feel like I could maybe make something happen here. I'm going to start with my Mind Slurp. I can outspeed this guy, so if he goes for a Sandstorm, I could dodge it and hit him hard. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Okay. Unfortunately, he went for Mudslide first, which means I'm about to eat a Sandstorm to the face, but he's about to eat a Glop to the face, which could actually be more damage. No. No. Low roll. Okay, I mean, maybe he doesn't have Sandstorm. Have to save this guy for later. That's obvious. I feel like, who do I want to eat the Sandstorm on? Honestly, it's Mind Slurp. I don't even know why that took me so long to figure that out. Oh, thank goodness he has Acidic Goo. Yes, 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 yes. I have a chance. Okay, well, I'm feeling good about my chances of winning this. I need to not throw. Time to focus up. Let's bring in Mr. Bigglesworth. No! Okay, I'm rooted. I just have to accept my fate. Let's go for an Ice Tomb and trade. I guess I could look on the bright side. I'm giving my Mind Slurp a corpse. So, yeah, at least he's rooted too. So, I could definitely kill Icky, but Icky wasn't exactly the scariest pet on his team. Oh, I just realized he didn't kill me. He's about to be stunned and rooted, so I can kill him and hold on to my undead racial. Totally calculated. Actually, do I kill him? Regardless, I don't think it's worth... Well, maybe I should calculate this. 220... I don't think he dies unless I crit. Urgh. What do I do? Do I save Mr. Bigglesworth for later? That is very tricky. I'm going to save him for later. He might have like a Call Darkness or something that I could eat. Oh, I forgot I got rooted. Dang it, I'm so dumb. Urgh. Why am I so dumb? I'm just used to getting carried by Sandstorm and overpowered pets. Okay. The good news is I can Deflection if he brings in Roggy to one-shot me with Mudslide, and I can kick if he brings in the Dragon. The bad news is I am rooted, so I think the best move here is Deflection and pray that he presses Mudslide. Yes, excellent. Okay, so he can still do a lot of damage with Absorb, but at least I didn't take the Mudslide. Okay, Mudslide. I can get rooted if I swap. I need to remember that. Do I swap or not? Nope, I do not. Nope, don't want to get rooted on Mr. Bigglesworth or Mind Slurp. Oh, and I got a crazy triple there. That triple was insane because of Mudslide. It buffed my crits. Okay, I win. Yeah, it's game over. I actually totally farmed him. Easiest kick of my life. There's no thought required. Just press kick. Don't take damage. Do damage to him. He will probably go for like Call Darkness here. I'm going to Deflection. Easy peasy. Okay, he went for an Ice Age. Probably goes for the Call Darkness. Is it worth swapping to Mr. Bigglesworth to soak the darkness? Well, yeah, it sure is, actually. No, he didn't go for it. Okay, that's fine. I can go for an Ice Tomb, which I think is probably... Yeah, Ice Tomb is the most damage I can do, so I'm going to go for it. Plus, it can stun him. Okay. Although I'm probably about to put him on Resilience. That is fine. I care more about the damage anyways. Yeah, this is actually perfect, because what I can do is I can kick him. And now I can Deflection whenever that Ice Tomb comes down. and hopefully a Call Darkness. Playing this real carefully because I do not want to throw my win. I should 100% win here. All right. I'm not too worried about that miss. Yeah, I should be okay. Actually, what if he, like... Nah, we got him. Okay, a little bit stressful because I missed there, but his team was even worse than my team. Okay, that team is just not viable. Well, yeah, no, the Rosqo kit is just... Yep, nope. I'm gonna go ahead and veto that. Ooh, we got the autumnal sproutling, power speed, rescued fawn. Okay. Situationally, this could be a deadly combo. That hungering claw, though. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like the hungering claw. I think I could win with this team. I think Foreboding Curse situationally can be Poggy. Curse Call Darkness is OP, and my Autumnal Sproutling ignores it. There's kind of some counter synergy here, but I think it's okay. Just have to be careful not to try to use my rescued fawn. I'm going to take this team and do my best with it, because I feel like if I queue into, say, Idols, I actually have a pretty darn good matchup versus Sandstorm pets. I can change their weather. Autumnal Sproutling is one of the best counters for Sandstorm, and so is the rescued fawn. He's like a worse version of the Gleamhoof fawn, but... And we got a Sandstorm! Oh, this is looking promising. We got maybe 2 Sandstorm pets. I'm assuming he has Dazzling Dance and then 2 Sandstorm pets. So this looks like a pretty good team, and I think I have a good chance versus it. He'll probably start... I'm going to start with my Autumnal Sproutling. He's going to be my MVP, I suspect. So I have to be careful with him, but... I think what I'll do here is I will get Fist of Forest on cooldown. I'd kind of rather hit one of these pets with it, but it is weak to the end might, and... Yeah, it's not worth saving, I don't think. Okay. Let's go ahead and attack. Ow. Okay. So he has Bite, which means bringing in the rescued fawn is probably not the play. Let's go for Nature's Ward and see what he does. Okay, so he went for a crouch. He is faster than my rescued fawn. He has a beast racial, and he has Bite, which is awkward, because I wanted to bring in the rescued fawn, but that's clearly not a good idea. I think I have to bring in the Hungering Claw. Okay. Now if I slow him, am I faster than him? I think I'm still slower. Urgh. Let's Foreboding Curse and see what happens. I'm pretty sure I'm still slower than him. Because he should be 260 speed. Yeah, he's 3 speed faster than me. Dang it. Okay, is it worth going for Call Darkness? Well, he has Crouch Up. 260 speed, 289. Now let's bring in the Autumnal Sproutling. Now that he has the Foreboding Curse on him, I am faster than him. And I can Fist of the Forest before he does something. Maybe he'll swap. Okay. 1 pet down. My Hungering Claw took a lot of damage there, but I guess he's probably the weak link, so I'm not too worried about that. I think what I probably want to do... Do I Nature's Ward, or do I attack? I'm going to attack. Uh-oh. Oh dear, he has a 55% crit chance. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt real bad. Power. Urgh. Oh my goodness. That's gonna be so much damage. Somebody, if that crits. That is a scary pet. I need to try that out. Oh, thank goodness. He had a 55% crit chance and he didn't crit. That is so lucky for me. Alright. I am much less scared now that he doesn't have Sandstorm available. He can crit all he wants with Sandbolt. It's weak damage to me right now. And then I can Nature's Ward and heal up all that sandstorm damage. Probably I should swap my rescued fawn out and heal him up. I deal weak damage with the autumnal sproutling, but he's full HP, so let's bring him in. Okay. He is gonna have Sandstorm available. He might crit. So Fist of the Forest is still more damage than Club, even versus the critter. So I'm gonna press it. I am very, very deeply considering bringing in my Hungering Claw to soak this Sandstorm. Which is a huge gamble, because what if he's weird and just holds on to it and predicts that I'm going to bring in the Hungering Claw? There's no way I'm staying in on my autumnal sproutling here. I think I'm gonna bring in the Hungering Claw. That just feels like the right move. Okay. It was the right call. He crit too, so that would have hurt so bad on my rescued fawn. And I can now swap that weather on him. And I'm going to. It's big damage. It nerfs my rescued fawn's healing, but he's probably going to have Sandstorm on Drafty anyways, so he'll probably change that weather back for me momentarily. This Endmite is really just stressing me out. I can kill him. Nope, I can't. I should probably bring in the rescued fawn. Seems like the move here. Because I take weak. Oh no, I'm still an elemental. That's awkward. Okay, do I go for Nature's Ward? Nope, I'm going for damage. Nice, and it paid off. We got a high roll. I needed that high roll. Good job, Fawn. Okay, so he probably has a swap and a sandstorm, but whatever he has here is not scary, so I think I'm going to... Ooh. Cool, he ran away. All right. Well, that was a good matchup for us. So what are we at? 2-2? I just need to win one more, and I'll consider the challenge complete. This is a fun little challenge, but it's kind of goofy. I feel like it would actually be a little more interesting with the version where I can, like let's say that I get... Let's see here. Let's see that I get the Autumnal Sproutling, Mechanical Axebeak, and then Sarge. I think it'd be more exciting if I could, like, pick a pet instead of Sarge to make this like a semi-viable team. Because these two pets right here are actually very viable in PvP, but Sarge is just like I guess he's pretty good in PvE. He has like Wild Magic and Stampede, but with these two, he's gonna be just completely useless. Like I'll use him for cannon fodder, and that's gonna be my win con, is to soak big hits with him because he's there is no moveset here that would be viable. Let me see, 305 speed. Yeah, I'm probably better off running Burrow. I could maybe use Stampede and then line up a Fist of the Forest one shot, but Survival's probably... Survival could actually come in clutch. I'm not sure. If I run Stampede, at least I have a Decoy Breaker, but I'm slower than MPDs, so... Nah. I feel like... Okay, I'm gonna not run... Wait, Wind Fury? Attacks the force of a howling gale, striking your enemy twice. Is that a Decoy Breaker? That would be cool if it was. What are we queuing into right now? Are there any aquatics? I haven't seen any. That's a cool ability. I'm gonna run Scratch because I feel more comfortable running it. But if that's a Decoy Breaker, maybe that's the move here. Oh wait, it's not. For some reason, I thought it was. I thought it was flying damage because it looked like Wild Winds. Huh. So it's strong versus mechanical. Maybe that's actually... Let's see, two... It's a little bit less damage than Scratch. It's a multi-hit attack. So versus Sandstorm, it's not going to be very good. But if I queue into Sandstorm, I have the Autumnal Sproutling. I feel like I have an ace up my sleeve if I queue into Sandstorm again. Huh. Do I run Stampede or Survival? I think Stampede probably has more potential to maybe win me a game. So that I have a guaranteed decoy breaker, bubble breaker. Yeah, I like that. And then, do I run Scratch or Wind Fury? So I already have elemental damage. I'm not too worried about mechanicals. I'm not particularly worried about undead, but huh. Let's see here. Let's try out this ability just because I want to see what it's like. I just feel like Scratch is better. So it's 252 damage. It just does less damage than Scratch. I'll try it out another time. I'm just going to take Scratch because more damage is more better. I'm trying to pick very carefully because I feel like I got very lucky with these two pets. They are actually quite solid. Mechanical Axe Beak for decoy, and then he's like gonna have a perfect counter for beast pets if I queue into him. These two are actually pretty good together because beasts are going to be scary for Sarge, but I have a flyer to take weak damage for beast attacks, and he has Haywire. The coverage here is actually kind of nice because elementals, aquatics are going to deal strong damage to the autumnal sproutling generally, but I have Alpha Strike to deal strong damage to aquatics. I have a decoy breaker with Stampede, so I'm not sure. I suspect this ability does not break decoy, but I've never seen an ability like that, so there's always a chance. Maybe it's coded weirdly, kind of like how Flurry used to be. I don't know if I should run Stampede or Survival. He is 305 speed. Maybe Survival could be good. Depending on what I queue into, I could see this team actually being very capable of getting me another win. If I get that last guy, oh, okay, we got one of the best teams in the game. So he's gonna start with Anomalous. Ooh, Sarge is actually faster than him, huh? Well, yeah, there's just not a whole lot of hope for me here. Start with my mechanical X beak and see what I can do, but I don't know if this team can beat that team. It's too bad because these pets were actually pretty decent. So both of these abilities break decoy. I just have to go for alpha strikes and try to burn down Anomalous as fast as possible. The one good thing I have going for me is I'm faster than Anomalous once I lose my flying racial. Also, he didn't go for AoE, so I'm gonna probably, yeah, I'm gonna probably be able to kill him before he can get off both of his AoEs. Should be enough damage to kill him. Just barely. Now I am slower, of course, than this Dreadwing pup, so he's probably gonna go for a... Man, he never went for his Toxic Fumes. That was his most important ability. Now he can't bug abuse Huge Fang. Is there any chance I win this? Do I sacrifice the mechanical axe beak? Ugh. I feel like it's not worth... I don't think it's worth swapping. Okay. So he's probably going to swap out whoever I bring in. I'm going to bring in the autumnal sproutling and predict a wind buffet. Maybe I can win with a juke. No! Why would you go for a huge fang? Dang it. That was my chance. If I could have... I just wasted a turn. Oh well. I still think I lost, but that was my chance. There's no reason to keep fighting after that. I'm too far behind. His pets are too good. Oh well. How do I feel about that team? I don't think it's good enough to beat his team. Nope, nope, not that team either. Little Bad Wolf, Diamond Shelk, Diamond Crab. That's a Hermit Crab. That is a Hermit Crab, but it's balance. Yeah. Nope. That's not going to be able to do it. Oh, we got the Anubiseth Idol. I just rolled an Anubiseth Idol. Oh, these pets are so bad, though. Can the Anubiseth carry him? Carry these pets? I mean, if I don't get that last tape, maybe. Yeah, I just cannot beat that team with this team. There is no way he can possibly manage to lose. Oh, but the idol's so good. Maybe I just queue and see if I get somebody else. If it pops instantly, I probably decline. Because I don't see a possible world where he manages to find a way to lose with that team versus Zufu and the Bleakwater Jelly. The Anubiseth Idol, however, that is a top 10 pet right there. Easily. So if I queue into something else, maybe I could have a chance. Oh, he played so bad too. He literally didn't even press Toxic Fumes. Could I have won maybe if I didn't try to juke there? I don't think so. Both my pets are slower than the MPD. Maybe I could have won if I didn't juke there. I don't think so though. I'm so surprised you just didn't go for the swap. Maybe my guess is he didn't even realize that he never pressed Toxic Fumes and he thought that he had the bugged ability. He probably just thought he was going to one-shot me with Huge Fang. Or maybe he just knew. Maybe he just knew that he didn't have to play any mind games and swap. All he had to do was go for Big Dam. It looks like fortunately we dodged him, so maybe I can get another team that is less try hard. I don't know. Maybe this team can beat him if he plays really, 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 really bad. I mean, he does have the wrong breed of the Dusky Dreadwing. I think he was running HS. He should be running PP. So the HS is 298 speed. Huh. So, once I take out his flying racial, he'll still be faster than the Bleakwater Jelly. It might actually give him a favorable matchup versus this team that he has the wrong breed. Okay, triple magics, and I have the Bleakwater Jelly. That's not looking good. He has probably, these two are some of the best magic pets. Anomalous surely is. I think he should start with Anomalous, but he might see this matchup, and I'm going to predict that he starts with Anomalous. Dang it. He started with the pet that I was hoping he wouldn't. Maybe I can deflection a darkness? That would be nice. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Oh, there's no hope. This is just not going to happen. There is no way that I possibly win. Ever. I have Zufu and he has triple magic pets. Like, nope, nope, nope. I quit. I'm not even gonna try. There's no point. It's pointless. There is absolutely 0% chance of me winning that fight. Okay, so we are 2 and 4. Fantastic. How do I feel about this? Nope, nope, and nope. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe that last team was maybe viable. Yeah, no, that one's not. That one is not. Nope, nope. Nope. Also nope. And I'm gonna go ahead and just go to bed. This is not gonna happen. I just can't win ever. Nope. Okay, Flare Youngling, Gurgle. Okay. Okay, this looks like, huh. If I'm queuing it a triple magics, I have to run punch. Yeah, I just lose with double humanoids versus Shady Murgleton. So although that was a decent looking team, nope. I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, so we got the idol. We now got a specimen 97. Okay. You know what? Still have a stupid jellyfish. If I queue into the magic pets, yeah, how do I possibly beat Shady Murgleton with this team? I just can't. But if I don't queue into the magic pets, this team actually looks viable. We got the idol again, which is hugely poggers. This specimen 97, as long as he's faster, is actually a fairly dangerous looking pet. The sewer pipe jelly is just going to be fairly useless. He has squeeze, and that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Please no triple magics. Ah, we got 2 magics. At least he gave up the best one. Do I think I can win? Probably not. He's going to start with the Shady Murgleton, which is a good matchup versus the Idol. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to start with the Idol anyways. Maybe he starts with something else. Okay, fine. Cool. He went for a Shadow Shock last time, so I'm going to go for Sandstorm this time. And then I'm praying that he goes for Darkness while I deflection. Okay, so he went for Soul Rush. That's good enough for me. Don't have a beast to take that Call Darkness on, so hmm. I think it has to be. Oh, this is such a terrible matchup. Let me just stay in and eat it. Oh, he missed. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, praise Orange Jesus. Okay. I can buff my crit chance, slow him, and maybe I think this is the play here. Oh, he's swapping. Dang it. Okay. Do I go for squeeze? It's gonna maybe crit. I'm just gonna bring in my mechanical. Take weak damage from the soul rush and get stunned. Love that. Okay, he's gonna bring in this elemental, which is not a good matchup for me, so I'm suspecting he has great sting. I want this guy versus the Servant of Demidos. I'm gonna bring in the idol. If he does, yeah, if he great stings, I can counter that with a sandstorm. That's what I was predicting he would do. He has swarm of bees. Huh. Okay. Probably probably Barb Stinger, just so he has a basic attack. I think he's going to swap, so I'm just going to attack him. Yeah, he did. Okay. If I was him, I would go for probably... I don't know. He might go for Soul Rush. I think it's in my best interest to just stay in here. I'm going to try to take down Shady Burgleton. Could have maybe deflectioned that, but no! Come on! How did you miss? Okay. So now he's below his magic racial. That is good. I could maybe deflection to waste a turn of that swarm of bees. Is that worth it? It feels good. I'm going to do that. And then it's going to expire now. So now the swarm of bees is gone. If he stuns me, I think I just lose. But if he doesn't... Squeeze is enough to damage to kill him. So let's go for the squeeze. Okay, no stun. And the biggest problem pet is gone now. So let me see. Obviously, he's going to bring in the Servant of Demidos. So I have to swap because this is the matchup. Yeah, this is a very one-sided matchup. I need my mechanical versus Servant of Demidos, and he needs... And I need my aquatic versus the elemental. So he's probably going to swap here. Do I think he's going to swap, or do I think he's going to stay in? I'm just going to pass. Okay. He should win this if he plays correctly. I can go for a dodge, but he should probably just swap here. I'm going to go for the dodge. No, he swapped. Dang it. I just lose. I just lose horribly. Okay. Gonna bring in the sewer pipe jelly. He's useless versus the magic. I can heal and pop him with a squeeze. Maybe I just go for the crit. I think that's the only chance that I have of winning. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the crit. Nope, no crit. Because I knew he was just gonna go for Great Sting and then swap. Okay, do I go for Rain Dance? Is that worth it? I'm gonna go for Tentacle Slap. Can my Specimen 97 1v1 Servant of Demidos? Probably not. Swarm of Bees still hits through my dodge, which is not great for me. I don't think it's worth it to go for Rain Dance. I'm just gonna go for Tentacle Slaps. Okay, I think I survived the dots because of my aquatic racial. If I was him, I would go for Siphon Anima here and full heal. But he didn't. Okay. Okay. Swarm of Bees is only out for one more turn. Specimen 97 actually might be able to pull through here for me. Because I can dodge. We dodge the Siphon Anima. If I get a triple here and then a high roll with Burrow, I might actually win this. Oh, we got the triple. Okay. Okay. Now he might be I think he's still above his magic racial, so maybe I just go for the triple. Is that above 35% HP? I suspect it is. Urgh. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the triple. I think a triple kills him. 1, 2, yes! Woohoo! All right. Ah, I should have lost that. I got 3 triples in a row. Otherwise, I lose. All right, we got the win. Barely. Thank goodness he didn't have anomalous. All right, well, that was kind of fun. A little bit of a silly challenge, but I think we ended up going 3 and 4, which isn't too bad, considering I fought anomalous one team, Shady Murgleton two. I got anomalous that team. That was a super try-hard team. That sandstorm team was tough. I was really lucky. I had 2 anti-sandstorm pets. This win was actually fairly straightforward. That was pretty easy. I could have won both of those games, but it came down to mind games for both of them. They were both pretty close. So that was a fun little challenge. I don't know if I'm ever going to do that again. I kind of prefer playing real teams, but we got 3 wins. I'm going to call it there, and maybe I'll try this again later during like a critter week whenever there's more variety. I mean, there was actually a fair amount of variety queuing, which is kind of the only reason I was able to make this work. Yeah, 3 and 4. Not a positive win rate, but we got 3 wins. I think that's good enough for now. So that was a fun challenge. If you have any team suggestions or ideas for future videos, I'm down to try them. See how it goes. I always appreciate the suggestions for video ideas from you guys. So hope you all enjoyed watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.